Hi, my name is Rebecca Jo Rushdie, and I'm Malaysia's first certified KonMari consultant. Today we're at Eliza's house, and we are going to be tackling her closet.
Hi everyone, my name is Eliza Kamil. I am a freelance content producer and journalist, and welcome to my home. We're going to be cleaning up my space. I'm very, very excited to do that with Rebecca. And the reason why I'm here doing this today is because, as you all know, 2020 has been such a roller coaster year. And earlier in the year, the company that I was working for ceased operations very suddenly. And since then, I've just been trying to find my way. It's a very transient and reflective time. So by doing this, I'm really hoping that I can get back on track and figure out what it is that I am going to do next. And hopefully with a decluttered space, I'm going to have a decluttered mind as well, in order to just move forward. Okay, so I wouldn't exactly say I'm a messy person, but I am quite organized. I do have a system in place on my wardrobe, but it's very hard to keep to that system. So when you see it later, I have a lot of clothes. Yes, I do, because I love clothes. And I love the way that they make them feel, and the confidence that comes with it. I am quite scared to see what we will uncover in this process, because it's going to be very difficult to throw away some things, as I'm quite a sentimental person. So we're just going to have to see what comes, right? Welcome to my life.
So Eliza, thank you so much for welcoming me into your home and also committing to KonMariing too. The first step is committing. Second step is actually talking about your ideal lifestyle. So this is part of the 6 rules of KonMari, and this is why I gave you the homework. Thanks for actually doing the homework. Not everyone does the homework, but it is a vital step. The reason why is because we want to align ourselves with what truly sparks joy for us. And it's not just belongings, it can be our environment, people and whatnot, which is why the writing prompts include, what kind of environment are you in? How do you feel about yourself? And what kind of people are you surrounding yourself with?
Yeah.
So how did you find the homework?
I think it was, it's very thought-provoking, and like you said, actually, I ask myself these questions, and I'm thinking, I have a lot to be grateful for, and when you actually think about it and then you put pen to paper and write your thoughts down, you're actually like, okay, self-affirming and reminding yourself that, life is pretty good. You have a lot to be thankful for, right? Yeah, it was a great reminder, and I hope to just keep at it.
Yeah, and a lot of times I actually tell my clients as well, take a look at it 6 months later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really great growth tracker to see where you're at mentally as well, because KonMari can help you to not only declutter your stuff, but it's also decluttering our hearts and mind as well. So I'm really excited to get into the closet with you. So I would say that, completing this worksheet, the Make It Happen worksheet, is actually pivotal in our KonMari process as well, because you're putting pen to paper and actually committing to doing it and making it happen. I saw that you already filled out some of it. So the goal is to tidy and declutter your closet, your target date, the steps to take to achieve it, and most importantly, we're also talking about what are the obstacles that are going to arise, because we have to recognize our own procrastination triggers. You know yourself best, this is a really in-depth process to get to know yourself even better. Which is why it's a very introspective process of decluttering. So I can see that you wrote here.
Yes, so I know, my triggers, and so one of them would be that it will be difficult to let go sentimental items. I think maybe a lot of people would generally have that obstacle. And also knowing me, when I see the amount of stuff that I have accumulated, I'd most likely get overwhelmed and then therefore demotivated by it. So by you having here with me to do it, it's a little bit more.
Absolutely, and that's part of the steps as well. You're getting someone in to help, and there's no shame in asking for help too, because even though this is something that you can perfectly do by yourself, you know that getting help, it will speed things up too. And also another important point is being open to the process. Having an open heart to it will actually make the letting go that much more smoother and less resistant too. So, and then of course we want to motivate you. So what are the rewards and incentives that you wrote for yourself?
The only incentive for me is that after after I chuck away all those, say goodbye to those clothes, I'm gonna treat myself to a beautiful outfit.
Yes, I love that. And
add more clothes.
And a lot of times when we're in the closet as well, you'll notice what really sparks joy for you. What colors, what cutting, what materials as well. And then you'll be able to hone in on exactly what you want to treat yourself with after. And finally, affirmations. This is really powerful because the way that you speak to yourself is far more impactful than how other people speak to you. So having that positive mindset and talking to yourself in a positive way, it's so powerful and it actually helps you too. It gives you that boost that you need. So what did you write?
I've written, I can do this.
And
we
you
can do
we
this.
We absolutely can.
Yes.
And before we dive into the closet, I just wanted to show you a video from Marie Kondo's new course as well. This will help to boost us up as well.
Okay.
Are you ready to get shocked?
I am ready.
So let's get into it.
Okay, let's go.
Hi, Eliza. So now we're gonna check out your closet.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. So if you're ready for it.
I was born ready.
I do have a system in place.
Okay,
Sorta.
show me.
Trousers, tights, jeans, everyday tops that I could possibly wear. Now everything is just sort of clumped together. Pajamas, things that I try on and then end up just like chucking in. Right? So sorry about that. Okay, here's probably the most organized, I would think. So we have skirts, trousers, and blazers and winter wear.
Okay. And then you have some beddings on the top as well. Okay.
Yes. We have that. And then this is more of the formal tops that I would wear to like events or out, like fancy dinner parties. This is some of my bags.
Okay.
And formal dresses like baju kurongs and evening gowns, and these are everyday dresses that I could wear as well, and fancy tops. Yeah, and I still have some bedding and stuff up there. And here is where the junk is. Oh, actually, these are all tights and thermals, and again, winter wear.
Yep.
These are junk.
Okay, yeah, so I can see it's actually divided by subcategories already as well.
Yeah.
So this is great. We'll go through it. And with the KonMari method, we actually go by category and not by room. Okay. And the reason why is because we want to be able to have a mental audit of everything that you own. Okay. But let's say that, you know, some people, they might have clothes in a spare room and stuff. What we do is we actually put it all together.
Okay.
So then this way you can have an overview of everything you own, and this actually helps you to save money in the long run because you won't make impulse purchase or purchases that you thought that you don't own, but you actually do have in your closet as well. Okay. So once we can have that audit, it can help you with your future purchasing decisions too. We're gonna do it category by category. Okay. So there's 5 categories in the KonMari method, and we're gonna go with clothing, books, paper. Komono means miscellaneous in Japanese, and the final category is sentimentals. Okay. So the reason why we do it like this is because it's kind of like strength training. So if you have never decluttered before, you won't go straight into the high intensity workout. Sure. That's the sentimental category. So we're starting off light first, which is the clothing. Okay. So this is what we're tackling today. Okay. Yeah. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Okay. You got this. Yeah.
So what do we do now?
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start taking everything out. All of your clothing out. We're gonna create a mountain of clothing, and then we're gonna go through it. We're actually just gonna go through it. So, what we can do...
I'm nervous. I really am.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. It's all gonna be good. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pile it. So I'm just gonna segregate it as well because you do have a system in place. So what we'll do is we'll have it in subcategories where we are gonna take everything out so that we can start off with a fresh slate. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, don't worry about it. Don't worry too much.
Oh, it's a pillowcase. What's it doing there?
No, we might find some.
Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna keep it. I'll figure it out later.
We'll take it all out first.
Okay.
So I'll take out the stuff. You can take out these ones. Okay. And then I will take out the stuff that is on your hangers. I'll keep it on the hangers for now, just because in case you want it, then we'll just put it straight back into your closet.
My clothes. Some of you will stay and some of you will go. And that's okay.
So Eliza, how do you feel? This is your mountain.
I'm overwhelmed, really.
But you know what? It took 20 minutes to get all of it out just now. And it's not that long, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. No,
yeah. So when we're able to compartmentalize how long we take to do tasks, then it just makes it that much easier. You're like, you know what, like next time when you need to joy check is the maintenance period. When you need to joy check your t-shirts, maybe only take 5 minutes. When my kids joy check their belongings, last time I timed them, when they joy check their shoes, it only took 2 minutes to do. So you're like, you know, everyone has 5 minutes to spare, right?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, that's right.
So then we're going to be building it into a habit. So we're going to set the foundation for you. We're going to declutter your closet, lay down the foundation, and then afterwards the maintenance period will be so much easier to maintain. You're not going to have to do this again. This is a once in a lifetime.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, once in a lifetime. Just hold each piece, you know? Like, is there any memory associated with it? Do you remember when you got it, or?
Literally, no, I don't think this is mine.
Okay.
Sorry.
So,
thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You just pass me the things that you don't want and the ones that you want to keep.
What I don't want?
Yeah. Okay, so just go through it. You know, we're going to be checking, like, does it spark joy?
Well, I used to wear this in London all the time. I don't think I can fit it anymore. Nope. Thank you.
And then we can also reflect on like why we're letting go of stuff too. So when we let go with gratitude, this actually just eases the resistance.
Okay.
So we're able to reflect on, okay, for example, you're like, okay, you know what, this has served me in the past, but this is no longer my style.
Okay.
Maybe I don't like this sort of material.
Right.
It's not the right cutting for me.
Okay.
And then this actually helps us with our decision-making muscles for purchasing decisions in the future. So when you go into shops, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm looking for this material, this cutting, this color suits me. And then, so we're turning it into a positive, not just tossing it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so for things that I know are not mine and will never be claimed.
Yes. So then we can actually, I can help you with the donations as well. So we're gonna put it in the donation pile. Thank you, unknown pant owner.
Thank you. Okay, I'm keeping this. This is my football jersey from high school, even though it's massively tattered, but I'm definitely keeping
This is your sentimental.
Yeah, memorabilia, right?
Yes, so we'll put it with your memorabilia.
Oh my God.
Eliza, how do you feel?
Exhilarated, honestly. Like, I can't wait for you guys to see what we've done, what we did in 6 hours.
Are you ready to unveil it?
Oh yeah, you bet.
Yeah, okay. Let's show everyone.
Okay. Are you ready?
So we use boxes to compartmentalize, and I can show you here as well, athleisure wear, so that it's easy for her to get ready. And here are our socks as well, and more athleisure wear. And these are actually called Joy Plus Touches. So Joy Plus Touches are things that when you see, you instantly feel joy. So these are the energy boosts that you can get just simply by seeing it, because you know you are visually triggered. So when she sees all her favorite purses, she's gonna feel super happy when she opens her closet.
Ready for the rainbow. In a beautiful, so you have monochrome here, and then you have the whole rainbow on that side.
Yeah. So it's easy, it's very intuitive, tops and bottoms to get dressed, because what we're doing is we are creating a system for her so that it optimizes her space and the time that she needs to get ready as well. So it saves her time in the long run. These are your going out tops.
Yes, they're a little bit more formal. You can wear them during the day, you can wear them at night, and then we've also done
We got bottoms
shorts,
here, shorts and bottoms here. And we have t-shirts, t-shirts and tanks here.
Yeah.
And here are swimwear. So these are all the swimwear here. So these are the items that are not access as much, so we just put it at the bottom. So we're utilizing the space in a smart way. So here are all the purses.
An organized bag section.
And we have some
You have clutches, wallets, dinner bags.
Bigger ones,
Smaller bags.
And what we also do is we do
Basket bags.
We do bag and bag, so that it actually saves space as well.
Yes, this is my favorite part. The formal wear. You have your jumpsuits, your play suits, your cocktail dresses, your evening gowns, and your cultural wear like baju kurungs, cheongsams, and saris. All here, all color coordinated.
And fancy pajamas.
Fancy pajamas.
So can't forget about them.
This is my favorite part.
And here are the things that are not used as often. So they're like some of the more sentimental items. And these are winter wear, religious wear, and then here are also
These are sweaters.
These are. Do you want to explain your sports memorabilia?
Oh yeah, my sports memorabilia. I mean, no self-explanatory. High school football jerseys, touch rugby, goalkeeping outfits. You want to see?
No.
Okay.
It'll fall on you. You know, we've defined that it really sparks joy for Eliza. So we have 3 drawers.
Just dedicated to sports.
Yep.
Yes, good job, girl.
When people complete their tidying festival, there are a lot of people who have extreme KonMari side effects that happen to them. Some people quit their jobs, some people end toxic relationships, and in our case, we actually KonMari the city that we lived in. For my husband and I, we did a lot of soul searching. We weren't quite happy at that time. We decided to do a whole year of traveling, a family sabbatical, to go explore and to figure out where we wanted to end up next. We had no idea where we would end up. So we took our 1 and 3-year-olds and we traveled around the world and we went to go visit family and friends because that's what mattered to us most. Life is just too short to be spent toiling around in a job that you don't love, and then we decided we're going to take the plunge. So we've been here for 2.5 years now, and I always tell people that if it weren't for the fact that we KonMari'd, we wouldn't have ended up in Malaysia where we live today.
Okay, I was very surprised that I could just dive right into the process. Rebecca seemed very proud of me that we were just, powering through. One of the things that I realized I held onto so much that that we've kept is my sports memorabilia from high school and university, the teams that I was a part of, that I just couldn't seem to let go. But, and the things that surprisingly I could let go of were items that I felt like it was okay to let them go, knowing that it was going to go to a good home. And with that, everything that we've collected, or I've collected, you should see it. It's like 6, 7 huge bags, not junk. They were once part of my home. But they will be going to charities and donation centers and recycle centers too. I actually don't have maybe that much of a problem letting go of things as much as I thought I did. But at the same time, when something really, truly means something to me, there is almost no way that could ever go away. Hence, sports memorabilia that has been sitting in the back of my closet, and then I go through it again, and I can't part with it. So yeah, maybe that's just one of the things, and being vulnerable and being open and accepting of that fact. And I'm so thrilled that we went through that entire process, and experiencing it all was, almost life-changing. So I'm glad that we did it. Yay! We did it!
I had so much fun working with Eliza today. She was a total boss when it came to conquering her closet. It took us 6 hours to do, end to end, and you know what? She did it with so much gratitude and love for all the pieces that she owns, and she let go of things with gratitude as well, which is one of the most important aspects of KonMari. We have to let go with gratitude so that it liberates us. We're not going to be thinking of what is, we're not going to be having any resistance as well. There were a few pieces that she found difficult, but she worked through it and she owned her joy. Even when her mom and siblings came in and they were trying to influence her decision, but she was completely confident in owning what sparks joy for her. I love working with clients because I discover new things about people. One of the things I discovered about Eliza is that she has a love for sports memorabilia. Sports is a really big part of her life, so we carved out that space for her, and also a deep love for pajamas as well. So we have a dedicated space for all her Spark Joy pajamas too. And ultimately, the reason why she was so efficient at doing what she did today is because she was open-minded to the process and she was able to let go of things with gratitude, and ultimately she took ownership of her joy. So I hope that the closet can keep on sparking joy for her, and I'm really excited for her to utilize this new space.